Hello, everybody. This is lesson number, oh God, let me look, sorry. 75. Growth is only possible with pain, or growth is often painful. It's the only way to grow. There's that old story of a guy that saw a butterfly or in a cocoon or caterpillar, and the butterfly was trying to break out of the cocoon, and he helped it and he moved it, and the butterfly ended up just being a crippled mess because as it struggled, it never pumped the blood in the veins of its wings to get him moving and become a real butterfly. So by helping him, that butterfly, so by the man helping that butterfly not suffer and struggle out of the cocoon, the blood never pumped through the wings, and it just ended up this deformed animal dragging its wings around and not being able to actually fly. There's so many sayings about that. It's almost a cliche. You know, the strongest trees did not come with ease. The stronger the breeze, the stronger the trees. Or I walked a mile with gladness. She chattered all the way, but left me none the wiser for all she had to say. I walked a mile with sorrow, and not a word said she. But oh, the things she taught me when sorrow walked with me. There is the struggle. Growth is only possible with pain because a struggle is painful. You learn to ride a bike, you're gonna fall. You learn to ride a skateboard. You learn to, you want to do these things. My kid's now learning to ride a skateboard, and I, have the knee pads and the helmet, and I've taught him to fall, which is probably the most important thing. Don't stick your arms out to break your wrists and things. Fall, roll up and ball. But you can minimize the danger and damage, but there is no growth without struggle. You can't grow muscle unless you're in the weight room hitting weights hard. You can't get in shape unless you're running hard every day, every other day, 4 or 5 times a week. I run up the hill as hard as I can, and I'm just struggling to get up there. But you don't get things without a struggle, without pain. Growth is often painful. There's lots of examples of that. I like one that says, a kite can only rise against the wind. It's only by struggle that we rise. There's another saying I like, a brook would lose all of its song if all the rocks were removed. These things define us, they make us. And one of the points of that is, if you are in the habit of always avoiding pain, always avoiding the struggle, always avoiding the hardship, you'll do nothing. You can't accomplish, even making this video, I was like, I better sit down and do it. Sometimes taking the most painful way is the better way. I heard there's a funny story. It said that we can do this the hard way or we can do it the easy way. And then the person thought for a minute and said, well, there's only the hard way. There's no easy way to, the old saying, water takes the easiest path and winds up on the bottom. So growth is often painful. Understand that. Another example is mathematics. Mathematics is not a measure of how smart you are. Math is a measure of how much pain you can endure, how much you will work, and how long you'll go before you give up. The kids that give up on the first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, by the time they're in high school and take the SAT or the ACT, because I don't want to promote the SAT, the ACT is that test shouldn't be the only thing, but by the time, it could be any mathematical test. Not that I'm against math testing, I'm just saying I'm against one company having all the marbles and holding all the control. But a math test, by the time a math test is taken when you're 18, that basically has shown not how smart you are, but how much you have been able to endure pain, endure struggle, and how much you've done before you just give up and quit this pain, quit the struggle. That's probably one thing that people don't understand. You got to make, and there's an old saying, make pain your friend. You got to make pain something you're not ruled by. Growth is possible only with pain. Growth is often painful. There's no way to get better at something until you struggle and do it. Your left hand and your right hand. One is perfectly, can do whatever. The other barely struggles to do the basic tasks. Well, that's an example of how much pain and struggle one's taken and the other hasn't. That's a difference right there. How much how much one you've endured, and you could learn again. If one arm was missing, you could figure it out and do it again. But you ignore all the years. Oh, I couldn't do that. Yeah, you could. You forget all the years of struggle as a child, learning everything, hitting a baseball, catching a baseball, throwing a rock, skipping a rock, writing your name. Well, do that 1,000 times. Kids look at a first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade book. They didn't look very good. I looked at some stuff my mother had of old handwriting of mine, and I went, oh my gosh, looks terrible. And I think one of them was even in a ninth grade high school. And I went, wow, that just looks terrible. I mean, that looks like an elementary school kid. But so it's all struggle. So the point of this is growth is possible only with pain. Growth is painful. If you start avoiding pain at all costs, you'll avoid growth at all costs. Some people say, get out of your comfort zone, go do something, make yourself uncomfortable. Those are all names for pain. Try something. Try whatever. Learning a musical instrument, playing the piano, drawing a picture. All of that is going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable and unpleasant. And growth is only possible with that. That's the only way you grow. So if you are, if you're avoiding pain and want comfort, if you want no discomfort, any way, shape, or form, do you want any discomfort, then you'll never grow. And this is one of the things that is really terrible about modern education now. We have kind of taught a generation of young people that they should never be uncomfortable, they should never be offended, they should never be upset, they should never feel pain. And then I think in the past, it was considered, yeah, you should struggle with this idea, and you should, pain is, carry that bucket of coal and milk those cows and walk 5 miles to school and suffer some pain. And it's a totally different mindset. So remember that. Growth is only possible with pain. A kite can only rise against the wind. You should embrace the struggle and get better. All right. Hope this helps somebody. Take care. Bye.